Well, good morning. Yes, it is morning. It is, what is today? Today is the 3rd of August, 2017. And it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I'm going to be heading out to Oregon in about a week. So it's time to get started with this again, because I'm going to be putting together a photo documentary of that particular trip, which culminates in the total solar eclipse. Well, the forecast for this morning calls for fog, patchy, dense fog. So I'm going to go out in search of it and see if I can get some dramatic shots this morning. I got up at 4:30 because my cat decided it was time for me to get up, mostly because his stomach told him it was time for me to get up. So I've fed them. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Sunrise isn't until about 5 minutes to 6. And maybe we'll get lucky and get a sunrise too. So let's go out and see what we can find. So I've come to the Milton Landing Park. This is actually my first time coming down here. I meant to come here for a while. There's a couple of docks out there. A lot of fog on the Hudson. And I'm right by the railroad track, so if I'm fortunate, a train will come through in the fog too, and it gets a little bit lighter. Cool. Look both ways before crossing the track. It looks like we have access to the dock. That's cool. Okay, so here's what's going on inside my viewfinder here. I'm going to adjust the focus so that everything that needs to be in focus is in focus. Now basically from 8 feet out to infinity will be in focus. You can actually see how the focus peaking is working there. I'm at f16 so I can get even these rails in focus. The fog is lifted to some degree. And I'm doing this as, I'm doing this as aperture priority, so it's setting the shutter speed at 6.5 seconds. I'm at the base ISO of 200. And here comes the Metro North train coming up the river in the fog. There's some fog that's layering nicely up along those hills there. Here's my composition. Again, I'm set at f16, although I probably don't need to be. Let's back that up a little bit. Let's take that down to f11. That ought to do it. Everything is still in focus. Let's give this a shot. And this is looking north up the river. You can see some breaks in the fog here. I don't know how long it's going to hang out. It was kind of weird. The fog was really socked in at home, but as I got closer to the river, the fog dissipated. We have a nice big fog bank rolling in to the south. You can see it right over there. Holy moly, look at that roll in. Well, the fog is more or less cleared out of here in this particular area. Again, it's socked in pretty well to the north and the south, but right over here, it seems to be completely cleared out. So I'm going to pack up and I'm going to head out. Okay, so that's it from this location. I'm now going to head to the Mid-Hudson Bridge, see if that's still shrouded in fog, because that's exquisite when it is. Please carry out what you carry in. Well, I carried in my own sorry carcass, and that's all I'm carrying out. Plus about 20 pounds of camera gear. Okay, so I'm here at the Mid-Hudson Bridge, and I'm stuck with the case of you can't get there from here. So the really interesting shot is across the bridge, but there's absolutely no way to access it from over here. So, yeah. It's not great, but maybe I can do something with that. So bracing myself for the shot is not easy. I can't rest my arm against this because as the cars come over, you get the thumpa 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 right up against the rail, so you get a little bit of a vibration going on. I'm just waiting to see if a train comes. You gotta be patient, you never know when it's gonna happen. It's around about 6 o'clock in the morning. Fog wasn't supposed to lift until about 8. And it's not lifting from about a mile south of the bridge to about 2 miles north of the bridge. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Alright, too much vibration, not enough drama. So I'm gonna head north a little ways to the walkway over the Hudson. Okay, so just as I was getting into my car, the fog rolled in right over the bridge, so I had to stop and get some shots. I didn't have time to record a video while I was doing it. And I thought I heard a train coming down here. You can see the train tracks, but there's no train. Okay, I've actually gone right past walkway over the Hudson, a little further north, to Highland Landing. I have actually never been here before, and it's kind of neat. We have this nice compass rose here, and in the foreground we have the walkway over the Hudson, and then the Mid-Hudson Bridge is down there. Yeah, this is a very pretty park. Well, here's that train I was waiting for. The fog is definitely lifting off. You can see some blue sky beginning to break through up there. This will be gone fairly soon, so I'm going to skedaddle out of here. There's really nothing left dramatic. The fog has sort of become undifferentiated, sort of just a general haze. Steps. Alright, so I'm not getting out there, but I do want to photograph that nifty little vignette over there. Now I don't know if I can do it with the lens I have on board, so I'm going to change my lenses out. Okay, so I popped on the 100 to 400 millimeter lens and I was able to get the shot. We're going to head home now and edit these photos up and see what we can see.